All right, everybody on inside. Come on in. Turn that up a little bit, please, Andy. Come on in, get a good seat. Let's go, everybody on inside. Here we go. All right, got a good bull to start with. 188.9, $188.9, 99, $8.9, 88, money, 9, 80, 90, but 91, able to 1, 2, hit a 1, 2, 3, with the 4, but $5, but $96, $97, 97, 7, 196, Lone Star 1, Lone Star 1. 186, 87, 86, 87, $7, money, $7, 8, 88, 89, $90, 91, able to 1, 2, hit 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, but 5, but 95, 95, 194, Lone Star 1. Okay, little purple there on y'all. 180, but 1.1, even 1.1, 80 money, 1, 81, 2, 3, 4, 84, 5, $85, $85, 184, Lone Star 1. Let's have a hand. 160 now on. $160 able to $1, able to $1, 160 now on. 160 now on. 45, 46, 145, 46 dollars. Take the money 7, 8, $49, 9, $48, 9, $50, 151, 51, 52, 52, 52, 52, 151. Marty number 44. 10 bull. It happened 110, 112, 110, 112, 110, money 12, 110, 11, 110, 11, $11, $11, $11, $11, $11, $11, 111, 110, Marty number 8. Marty put on 7. Marty 7. It happened $1 down 1. $100 now money 1, 2, 3, 4, but 104, 5, 105, 6, 106, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 109, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 112, 113, 14, 15, 16, 17, 118, 118, 19, 119, 19, 20, 20, 121, $1, 120, Marty number 7. It happened 160 now on. $160 on. Able to money 1. Able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 65, 6, 6, 7. $7, $8, $8, $9, $9, $9, 71, 71. Able to 1, 2. Had to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 74. 173, Marty 7, Marty 17. $77, 177, $8, $8, 77, money $8, $8, $9, 9, 80, 80, 181, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 83, 84, 84, 84, 85, 85, 86, 86, 87, 88, 88, 9, 88, 9, 90, 90, 91, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 192, Marty number 25, Marty 25. Here we go. 7 here, $2 now 1, $2 now 1, able to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 204, 205, 205, 205, 26, 7, 7, 7, 8, $8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 2, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 2, 13, 14, 15, 215, 215, 214, Lone Star 1. What you? $2.91, $2.91, able to one, two, money, 1, 201, 201, 201, 202, 203, 4, a bit of 204, 5, a bit of 6, a bit of 7, a bit of 8, 208, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 211, 211, 211, 211, 211, 210, Lone Star 1. Turn part down, T4, T42 now, 244, 240, 24, 447, 496, 248, 52, bit of 4, that's 6, so a day, bit of $60, $2, 66, 8, bit of 268, $8, 266, Nolan 76, Nolan 76. Okay, be some PX cows off this deal later. 144 and a half, 144 and a half, 6, 7, 147, 8, $9, 50, 50, 151, 1, 2, 152, 3, 2, now 3, 52, 53, 53, 53, 152, show number 2. $72.91, $2.91, 201, 201, 201, 201, 201, $201, $200 everyone, 2, 3, 4, 205, 6, 6, 205, Lone Star 1. I can be some red cows off these later. 137, 38, 38, $8, 138 on the money. Now 8, 37, 38, now 9, $9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, but $8, 8, 8, 9, 9, $39, 9, 8 half. Now 9, 9, 9, 58, 9, 58, 9, 58, 9, 58, 9, 58, 9, 138 and a half, Marty, 25. It's happening. 133 now 4. 133 now 4. Now 4. Now 4. Now 4. Now 3. Now 4. Money 4. $133 4. 4. 34. 133. Marty 25. It's happening. 137 38. 37 38. 38 down money 8. 37 38. 38 down 8. 38 38 38 38. 137 Marty 25. It happened in 140 now 1. Able to 1, 1, 40 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 49, $50. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 54, 54, 154, 54, 153. Show number 2. It's happening 140 now 1. Able to 1, 1, Mighty 1. Able to 40, able to 1. Able to 1, 1. Able to 1, 140. Lone Star. 140. Lone Star. Little bit crippled. It's happening 115, 116, 115 money 16, 115, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 2, now 3, 24, 4, 4, about 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 29, 30, 30, 131, 31, 31, 31, 31, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 133 Lone Star. When she's supposed to be pregnancy check? She's supposed to be pregnancy check? I'm 40, able to 1, 1, able to 1, 1, 1, 140, now 1, able to 1, 140, now 1, 140, able to 1, money 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 147, 48, 48, 49, 149, 150, 150, 51, 51, 52, 52, 3, 3, 3, 3, 153, 152, Kenny, number 44. Tell one about 1 hour bow. It happened to him at 120 now one, able to 1 money one, 120 now 120 able to 1, able to 1, able to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, but 1, 2, now 3, 4, but 25, and the same, but 7, but 8, but 28, 27, 8. That's your choice. 27, 28, $9, $8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 30, but 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, but 130, 129, Javier, number 27. 110, 111, 110, 11, 10, 11, 110, 11, money, 11, 110, 11, 11, 12, 112, 12, 13, 14, 115, 115, 16, 117, 18, 18, 19, 20, 120, now 1, 2, 3, 33, 3, 4, 5, 125, $5, 6, 7, $126, Tom 1, Tom 1. Okay, had big cans jerked off of them. It's happening. 130, now 130 money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 39, 40, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 144. Now 5, 7, 48, 48, 9, 9, 50, 1, 51, 51, 2, 3, 54, 3, now 4, now 5, now 6, 7, 57, 58, 59, $60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 65, 164, shout number 2. All right, by the here, 325, 325, now 50, 325, 57, 5, 400, a quarter and a half, now 475, now 475, 475 by the head, now 500, 500, a quarter and a half, 5 and a half, 75, 575, 575, 575. You're out there, 575. 600, 600, 600 and a quarter, 600 and a quarter, 600 and a quarter, $600 by the head, show 1. Stretch that out. Feels like fall in the morning. I think Tuesday morning there at home is 55. I went out real early in a short sleeve shirt. It was kind of cool. Oh, really? Yesterday evening there at home, it got hot, really hot. I thought it was like 105. Set account having 148 on one, 140 able to one, money 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, up at 8, 48, 9, 150 now 51, 51 2, $51 2, 151 now 2, now 2, now 2, 151 Lone Star. 7 hand, $3.16 now 5, 360 money 575 and 375, 370 now 5, 555 580 380 80 5 85 85 85 90 90 395 405 10 15 20 25 425 420 show number 4. Weigh the cow, weigh the cow. Weigh the 128 on 5, 6, 125, $26, money $6, better 25, $26, 7, 8, 9, $9, 30, 1, 31, 31, 31, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 6, 135 Lone Star, 135 Lone Star. Sell a little steer. Sell the little steer. $4 down 5. $4 down money 5. 10. 10, 15, 20 now 5. 35. 45. 450. 5. 455. 55. 55. 55. 55. 455. 450. D&D 42. D&D 42. All right. Big knees and all. 145, 150, now 5, 150, now 5, 155, 55, 60, 5, 75, 80, 185, 190, 90, 5, 95, $2, $195. Show number 8. Show number 8. What's your... Is that a little cow? Little bit of crust, not bad. 115, 116, 115 on the money, 16, 17, 18, 18, 17, 18, 19, 120, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 26, 127, $8, $8, $9, 9, 30, 31, 31, 31, 130, Marty, number 8, Marty 8, Marty 8, right eye, $80 now 1, 80, $1, money 1, $80 now 1, 2, 82, 83, 83, 83, 4, 5, 87, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 95, 96, 97, 97, 97, 97, $96, Marty, number 63, Marty 13, Marty 13, Marty 13. Oh, they're 150 now 1, 150 now 1, 150 on the money now 1, able to 1, 1, able to 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 54, 55, 56, 7, 8. Have her rattle along if you want her. 58, 59, $159, 9, 158 Lone Star. Let her go. 3-head Lone Star. 3-head Lone Star. $133 now 4, 133 now money now 4, now 5, now 6, now 7, now 8, 9, 39, 40, 41, 2, 3, 54, 5, 6, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 57, 58, 9, $61, 2, 3, 1, 2, $1, 161 Lone Star. 161 Lone Star. See, 155, 160, 155, 160 on the money. Now 65, 75, 80, 180, 185, 85, 90, 190, 90, 190, 90, 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 185. Russell number 1. Russell 1. It happened 170, now 5, 170, now 5, 170, now 5, 170, now 2.5, 170, 2.5, 170, now 2.5, 155, 7.5, 155, 7.5, 155, 7.5, 60, now 2.5, now 5, 7.5, 70, 170, 170, 167.5, Javier, 27. Yes, sir. Take a look here. Getting the business right here. 750, 75, 800, and a quarter and a half, 75, 900, and a quarter and a half, 9.5, 975, $1,000, now $1,000, now quarter, now half, 1,075, 1,100, and a quarter, 11 and a half, 75, 1,200 and a quarter, but 12 and a quarter, 12 and a quarter, 12 and a quarter, half, 12 and a half, 75, 13, 13 and a quarter, 1,300, now quarter, but about 13 and a quarter, about a quarter, $1,300, Russell number 4, Russell 4. Check 380, now 5, 380, now 5, 385, and 385, 90, 95, but $4, and $4 now 5, 10, 4, 10, 15, 20, but 5, but 30, 435, 45, but 50, but 450, 450, now 50, now 50, now 50, 445, H36. Where 130 now 1. 130 automatic 1. Able to 1 to 1 to 1. Able to 1. 31, 31, 31. 131. Number to 1. 1. 31, 31. 2, 3, 4. 35, 35, 36, 7. About 37, 37. 136. Kenny 40. Just 4. Kenny 4. Happening here, happening here, 330, now 5, 330, now 5, and the money, 5, and the money, 40, and the money, 5, and the money, 50, 350, 355, 355, 55, and the 55, 55, 55, 55, 350, Troy, number 45, 45, Troy. 7 head, $2.50 now 5, $250 now 5, $250 now 5, and $250 now 5, $250 now 5, 5, and $250 now 5, $250 now 5, $255, $230 now 5, $230, 540, $240, $35 now 40, $240, $240, $240, $240, $45, $50, $55. 255, 260, 265, 265, 260, Brian Hoffman. It's happening here. 330 now 5. 330 now 5. 335 40. 340 now 40. 35 40. Here we go. 40. 50. 355 and a 60. 365 and a 70. 80. 85. 90. 90. 395 and a 95. $4. 395. Russell number 3. It's happening here. 350 now 5. 355, 60. 355 now 60. 55, $60 5. 70. 375. 80. 85. 90. 5. $4 now 5. 410. 410. 15. 20. 420. 420. 415. Russell number 3. 7 here, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, but the money pie 19, 19, 19, 19, 15, 420, now 5, now 30, now 5, but a 40, with a 5, but a 50, 450, $450, $50, 450, 5, but a bit of 455, 460, with a bit of 5, but a bit of 70, 470, 465, Russell 2. Russell 2. It's having a 280 now 5, 290, but about 5, 280 now 5, 285, 85, money 5, 280 now 5, 280, 2.5, 280, 290, 290, 290, 290, 25, 85, 85, 7.5, 287 and 90, 290, 2.9, but about 2.5, 2.5, 5, but 95, 97.5, 97.5, 295. Troy number 11. 350 now 5, 355, 60, 360, but it's been 55, 60, 570, but it's been about 370, 375, and 80, but it's been 80, 80, but it's 380, 385, 90, 90, but $5, but $4 now 5, but it's 10, but it's 10, but it's 10, 15, 420, 420, 420, 420, 415. Russell number 3. $3 now 5, $3 now 5, 5, 10, and then 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 310, 10, 5, 10, $35, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 3, 30, 30, 30, 30, 35, 35, 40, 3, 45, 50, 5, 60, 5, 375, 80, 85, 90, 95, 95, 395, 95, 95, 390, Cade, thank you, Cade. Have here, $3 now 5, $3, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 5, about 30, about 5, about 40, about 5, 50, 5, 360, 5, about 70, 5, about 80, about 5, 385, 95, about 95, $4, 5, 45, 10, 15, about 15, 15, both these about 15, 25, about 425, 425, 425, 25, 420, D&D 90. 7 here, 350 now 5, 350 now 5, 355, money 5, 65, 75, 80, bit 5, and 90, bit 5, and 95, $4 now 5, 15, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 20, 5, 425, 425, 30, bit 30, 430, 430, 435, 35, 35, 35, 35, 430, Fox, 0. 2 blacks. Yes, $7.5, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, 10, 10, 10, but $5, $10, 10, 3 and 5, $3 and $10, 10, 10, 10, but 10, right there's your deal, 3, 10, 5, 10, 3 and $10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 20, but 325, 30, but 335, 40, 340, 340, 340, 335. Russell number 2, Russell 2, 225 now 30, 225, 35, 35, 40 now 550, 565, 75, 80, 285, 285, 285, 285, 85, 285, 285, 280. Tom 3, Tom 3. Okay, hold the spot and the red. 7 here, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, money 5, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, 10, 15, 420, 425, 425, 420 now 5, 425, 25, 25, 25, 25, 30, 430, 430 now 5, 435, 40, 440 now 5, 445, 50, 455, 455, 450. Troy, straight Troy. By the head here, by the head. 225, 250, 225 on the money. 50, 75, 275, 300, 300 by the head. $300, $300, $300 by the bay. 300, 300's a quarter. Half, 75, 400. 400 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 475, 475, 75, 450 by the head. Russell number, straight Russell. 145, 147 and a half, 145, 147 and a half, 145, 147 and a half, money, 7 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 147 and a half, 147 and a half, 51, 52 and a half, 55, 55, 55, 55, 155, 152 and a half, Tom 3, Tom 3. He's a steer. What do you got? 150 now 5, 150 now 5, 60, 155, $160, 155, 165, 75, 80, 185, 90, 195, 95, $2, 195, Javier, number 27. Sell black effort with the tag. 7 here, 350 now 5. 350 now 5. Money 5, 60. But a 5, but a 65. 360 now 5. 365. But a 70. But a 70, 75. But a 75, 80. 85. But 85, 85. 380. Troy number 3. Troy 3. 7 here, $3, 10, 15. 3, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. But a 5. But a 40. But a 345. But a 45. 345. 345. 340. Troy number 1. Sell a little one and many more as you want. Little one, many more as you want. $3 now. 70 now 580. 80, 385 and a 90, but a 5 but a $4, $4, 5, 10, 15, 20, but a 5 but a 30, but a 5 but a 40, 445, 50, 450, 450, 450, 450, 445, H4, 7 and 350 now 5, 350 now 5, money 5, 65 and a 75, and a bit of 375, 80, but 80, but a 380, 375, 80, 80, 380, 380, 375, capital number 35. They got them pretty good right here. 7 and a half. Sell ball face. 7 and a half. Two ball face. 290 now 5. 295. Money 5. $3 now 5. Now 5. Now 5. Now 5. Now 5. Now 5. But a 10. 3 and 10. 10, 10, 15. But a 15. 20. But a 320. But a 25. 330. But a 330. Now 5. But a 335. 35. 35. 35. 35. 330. Capital 94. Capital 94. He wants her. 3 at him. 216 now 5. 216 now 5. 216 now 5. 265 money 5. 75 275. 275 75 75. 275 80 85 90 5 $3 $3 $295 shoat number 8 shoat number 8. Sell a little one, sell one little one there, 290 now 5, 295, $3 now 5, now 10, now 15, 15, 3 and 10, 15, 315, 315, 15, 15, 20, 25, 25, 325, 330, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 325, capital 31, cap 31, cap 31. 7 here, 250 now 5, 255, 65, 75, 80, 85, 90, 85, $3, $3, $3, $295 now 3, now 3. 295, Nolan 29, Nolan 29. Sale 2 big ones, 2 big ones. $3 now 5, $3 now 5. 2 big ones, $3 money 5, but $3, 5, 10, 15, 20, but 5, but 30, but 5, but 335, 335, 40, but 345, but 45, 340 now 5, 5, 5, but 5, 340, and that'll be Nolan 56. 7 here, 330 now 5, 330 now 5, 330 now 5, money 5, and then 335, 45, 50, 350, 355, 360, 5, 70, 5, 75, 375, 370, and that'll be capital 45. 320 now 5, 325, 35, 40, 55, 50, 355, 355, 355, 355, 60, 5, 70, 5, 75, 375, 370, Troy 3. Let's have it in 230 now 5, 230 now 5, 230 now 5, 235, 35 money 5, 235, 35, 35, 35, 235, 235, 230. Shoat 77. Shoat 77, 230. Couple of bulls. Sell the mealy one there by the gate, $2.40 now 5. Sell one on this side, $2.40 now 5.50, 250, 45 now 50 now 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 250, 55, 265, 75, 80, 280, 280, 280, 275, D&D 94. Seven here, $2 now 5, 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 5, 5, money 5, 205, 205, 205, 205, 205, $2 shoat 77. Okay, sell the tag. Little one with the tag. $7 $4 now 5, $4 now 5, 10, 15, 20, 4, 15, 25, 30, 5, 40, 5, 54, 50, 50, 450, 45 now 50 now 50 now 50, 445 D&D 42. Okay, the other one, watch underneath him. 7 here, 150 now 5, 150 now 5, 150 now 5, 555, 60, 155, 160 now 5, 170 now 5, 75, 175, 75, 75, 75, 170, Brian Hoffman. It's happening here. $5 now 5. $5 now 5, 10, 15, 20, better 5, better 30, better 5, better 40, 540, 530, 540, 540, 540, 535, Troy 22. Yardham with the 11s. All right, single jackpot. Having here, $2.90 now 5, $3, $3, $2.95 now 3 now 5 now 5 now 10 now 10 now 10 now 15, 315, 20, 5, 30, 330, 330, 330, 330, 325. That'll be Nolan 56. Got steer, single jackpot, $2.90 now 5, $2.90 now 5, money 5, but about $2.95, 95, $3 now 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 5, but 3, 25, 30, but 330, 330, 330, 330, 330, 325, Nolan 26. It's happening at $380 now 5. Money 5, $380 now 5, and I'm 85, 85, 3 to 5, 85, 90, but a 5, but a $4, but a 5, but a 10, but a 15, but a 20, but a 5, but a 30, but a 5, but a 40, but a 5, 445, 445, 440, H4H number 4. The steer. 7 here, $2.80 now 5, $2.85, 95, $3, 5, 10, 15, 15, 15, 20, $3.20 now 5, and I'm going to $3.25, $3.25, 25, 25, $3.20, Simpson 38. Peppercorn. Okay, look at front legs. $150 now 5, $150 now 5, money 65, 75, 85, 90, but a 5, but a $2, but a 5, 205, 205, 205, 205, 10, 210, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 20, 220, 220, 220, 220, 220, 220, 215, Javier, number 27. Okay, seven-way shot. So the steer. Wayne forever had seven-way shot. Sell the steer, $285, $290, $285, $95, but a $295, $3, 5, 10, and a 15, 20, but a 5, but a $325, $325, $325, 25, 25, 25, 30, $330, now 5, $335, $330, Nolan 26, Nolan 26, $290, now 5, $3, but a $3, $3, $295, $3, but a $295, now 3, now 3, now 5, but a 5, 10, but a 10, $10, 15, but a $320, but a $320, $315, D&D 93. Okay, long time Wayne had shots on the cows. Long time Wayne. 320, now 5, 320, now 5, and money 5, 35, and the 40, but the 40, now 5, now 50, 350, 350, now 55, 360, but the 5, but the 70, but the 375, 80, but the 85, but the 90, but the 95, 395, 4.5, but the 10, 410, 15, but the 20, but the 425, 425, 425, 420, Troy, number 21. Same cattle, they would do it all now. Dried out, ready to go. 365, now 70, 365, money 75, but about 75, 375, 85, 90, but about 5, but about 95, $4, $4.5, $4 5, 10, 410, 15, but about 15, 15, 20, but about 5, but about 430, but about 430, 425, now 30, 30, 30, 30, 430, 425, Troy, 21. Okay, Elkins Ranch, Barnhart. Boys, I've had 2 rounds of 7-way with Somnus and 1 round of Pyramid 5 with pre-spots. They're weaned 60 days, 2 rounds of shots. Elkins cattle, Barnhart, Texas. You'll like them here, 370, now 5. Money, 5, 80, 380, 380, 5, 85, 90, 90, 90, 93, 95. $4, $5, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, 5, 5, 5, 402 and a half, 402 and a half, $4. Simpson, 60. Wean way back on July the 12th. $350 now 5, $350 in the money 5, $350 now 5, 60 with the 5, 65, 70, 5, 375, 375, 80, 80 with the 380, 380, 377 half, 377 half, 377 half, 375, 7 half, 7 half, 7 half, 7 half, 375 Simpson 60, 67, Simpson 67. Sure can. Good ones. You like them. 380 now 5. 380 now 5. 80 now 5. 385. 85. Money 5. 90. 90. 90. 95. 95. 95. $4. $4. 2 and a half. 402 and a half. 5. 405. 7 and a half. 4 7 and a half. 10. 10. 12 and a half. 4 12 and a half. 15. 4 15. 17 and a half. 20. 420. 2 and a half. 5. 25. 25. 7 and a half. 30. 430. 430. 2 and a half. 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 430. Simpson 5-5. Sell the big one. Sell the big one. $72 now. 15 now 5. 250 now 5. 250 now 5. Money 5 at 60. 5 at 75 at 80. 85 at 90 at 290. 285. 90 90 90 92 92 92 90. 285 Fox number 16. Fox 16. $4 now 5. $4 now 5. 10 15 25 at 30 at 5 at about 40. 440 at 435. Now 40. 440 440 435 D&D. Number 19. Okay, from Cristoval. Well, they've had Covexinate. Boy, 50-something head of them. You will like them. A good set of cattle. They are steers and good ones. $3 now 2 and a half. $3 now 2 and a half. 7 and a half. 10, 12 and a half. 12 and a half. 3, 12 and a half. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. 3, 15, 17 and a half. 3, 17 now 20. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 320 now 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 320. Simpson 37. Sears 280 now 2 and a half. 280 on money 2 and a half. 7 and a half. 90 2 and a half. 5 7 and a half. $3 2 and a half. 5 7 and a half. 307 and a half. 307 and a half. 37 and a half. 10. 308 9 309 309 10 10 10 11 12 and 13 with about 14 with about 14 14 314 313 now 14 with about 314 313 that'll be Nolan 27. Okay, same cattle. 305, 7.5, 305, money, 7.5, 305, 37.5, 10, number 12.5, 15, 17.5, 20, 2.5, 5, 25, 25, 7.5, 30, 330, 30, 30, 30, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 330, now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 330, capital 31. It's 330 now 5, 330 now 5, 5, and money 5, 330 now 5, 40, 345, 55, 355, 350 now 5, 60, 360, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 367 and a half, 7.5, 365, Fox, 5.2, Fox, 52. 280, now 5, 280, now 5, 280, now 5, money 5, and 90, but 290, 90, 90, 2 to 5, 90, 2 to 5, 90, 90, but 90, 90, 90, but 295, 295, $3, now 5, now 10, but $10, $10, $10, $10, 305, D&D 89, D&D 89. Okay, so one. One over there, many more you want. 305, 10, 15, 310, 15, 15. One over there, many more you want. 310, 315, 310, 315, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 315, 20, 320, now 5, 325, 320, Fox 16. Two head. 7.5, $3 now 5. On the money, now 5, 10, 15, 20, 325, 325, 325, 20, last 25, 25, 33, 33, 30, 330, 330, 330, 330, 330, 325, D&D number 26. Seven here, 360, now 5, 360, money, 570, 375, 80, 85, 3 to 5, 90, 95, 95, 95, 390, now 5, 95, $4, $4, 5, 405, 55, 10, 10, $10, $10, $10, $10, 10, 410, 410, 410, 405, Troy 3. 7 here, 280, now 5, 280, now 5, 85, 95, $3, 5, 10, 3 and 10, 15, 20, 25, 325, 325, 25, 25, 25, 25, 320, Troy number 1. Here's 70, 70, now 5, 270, now 5, and 585, 90, $3, $3, $2.5, 302 and a half, 2.5, 3 of 10, 5, 10, 3, 10, 12 and a half, 3, 12 and a half, 3, 12 and a half, 3, 12 and a half, 310, Simpson 38. Bulls 7 and 270, now 5. Money 580, 5, 90, 5, $3, 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 5, 325, 325, 30, 330, now 5, 35, 35, 40, 340, 5, 345, 5, 340, capital number 31. Southern Cal, 126 7, 126 7, money 7, not a 7, not a 7, not a 7. Southern Cal, 127, 128, 128, $29, $98, $9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 128, Marty, 25, Marty, 25. Sell 3 heifers. 7 here, 216, now 5. 216, now 5, money, 575, and 80 with a bit of 5, and 90 with a 5, 295, 92, 290, now 290, 290 show date. Okay, weaned 1 month and had a 7-weight shot. $3.95, $3.95, money, 5, $3.95, 10, 15, 15, 20, 5, $3.20, now 5, $3.20, 5.30, $3.30, now 5, $32.5, $32.5, $3.32.5, $3.32.5, $3.30, Nolan, 26. Okay, gonna hold 1. You're buying 5 head. 7 or 330, now 5. 330, now 5, money 5, 330, now 5. 335, 40, 40, 40, 40, 340, 5, 340, 2.5, 340, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 45, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 347, half, 350, 50, 50, 50, 50, 350, 350, 350, 350, 347, half, Simpson, 37. $7 280 now 5. 280 now 5 and a 280 now 5. Money 5 and a 285 95 $3 now 5 10 15 20. 5 and a 325 30 but a 330 5 and a 35 335 35 35 35 330 Nolan 56. Nolan 56. 7 here, $3.95, $3 money, 5, $3.5, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 20, 5, 325, 322 and a half, 2.5, 27 and a half, 327 and a half, 30, 2.5, 32 and a half, 330, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 330, Troy number 7, Troy 7. Bill Davis, boys, we have had a 10-way and triangle 10. 2 big ones, sell 2 big ones, 270, now 5. 2 big ones, 270, money, 5, 80, 5, 295, but 95, $3, 5, $3, 305, 305, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, but 310, 310, $10, $10, 10, 305, shoat, 7, 7, shoat, 7, 7. 7 here, 7, 8, 280, now 5. 280, now 5, but 285. 90 would have been 95, but $95, $3, 5, 10, but 15, 15, 315, 315, 315, 315, 315, 310, capital number 31. Charles Braden. Been waiting 45 days, 2 rounds of 9-way. Wayne 45 days. 2 rounds of 9-way. Okay, gonna hold air tag 26. Wayne 45 days. 2 rounds. 330, now 5. 330, now 5. 330, now 5. 330, now 5. 35, 35, 5. 330, now 5. Money 5. 330, 2.5, 5. 335, 335. 35, what do you say? 335, 37 and a half. 337 and a half. 40 with a bit of 340. 340, 340, 340 with a bit of 40. 337 and a half, Troy. Six. Troy 6. $280, now 5. 290, now 5. 280, now 5. 285, 285, 285, 290, 5. 280, now 5, right here. 280, now 5, money 5.90, 5, $3, $3.05, but a 10, but a 10, $10, 10, 305, Troy 6. $2.90 now 5, $2.90 now 5, $2.90 now money 5, but a $2.95, $3, $3, but a $3 now 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, $310, 10, 310, 10, not about $10, 10, 12 and a half, 310, 312 and a half, 310, 312 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 315, 315, 15, 15, but a 79, but a 79, 79, but a 79, 79, 20, 320, but a 22 and a half, but 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 325, 25, 27 and a half, 30, but a 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 330, 2 and a half, 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 330, capital number 31. So one little one there, 330, now 5. 330, now 5. 330, now 5, but 330, now 5. 330, money, 5. You do it, 335. Right over there, 330, now 5, over there, going on. 330, now 5, but 320, now 5. 325, 25, 25, 25, 320, now 5, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, money 5, $3 5, $3 5, $3, Troy, number 6. Okay, maybe a little bit loose, get a bid price. 180 now 5, 180 now 5. Bid price, 180 now 5. 180 now 5. 180 now 5. 150 now 5. 60, 5, 70, 5, 80, 180. 180, 180, 175, Javier, 27. Bid price. Okay, a long time Wayne had a triangle 10. 290, now 2 and a half, 290, 2 and a half, 95, 95, 290, 2 and a half, now 5, now 7 and a half, now $3, now 2 and a half, 5, 3, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, about 310, 3, 7 and a half, now 10, but about $10, 10, 307 and a half, Nolan, 27. Okay, Wayne cattle had a 10-way and 2 rounds of triangle 10. 320, 315, 79, 317 and a half, on the money, 79, 20, 320, but 22 and a half, but 5, but 25, 25, 327 and a half, 30, but 330, but 2 and a half, but 2 and a half, 30, 2, 1, 2, but 331, $2 3, 34, but 334, but 5, but 35, 35, 35, 334, Simpson, 37. Watch him, Andy, before you let him out. Steers, 330, now 5. 330, on money 5. 330, 5, and 40, 5, 45, 50. Whole one's got a knot. 350, 345, now 50, now 50, now 55. 355, 55, 55, 355, 355, 355, 355, 350, D and D 54. One's got a little bitty bee sting on his jaw. 270, now 5. Money 5, 85, 2 to 5, 95, 95, 95. $2, $3, 5, 5, 10, 15, 3, 15, 20, 5, 325, 320, now 5, 325, 325, 30, 330, 330, 330, 330, 325, Troy 6. Troy 6. Sell the black Molly face as many more as you want. 7 and a half, $3 now 5. $3 now money, now 5, $3 now 5, 10. 3 and 10, 15, 20, 5, 325, 30, 330, 330. 330, 330, 330, 330, 325, Simpson 37. 7 and 290, now 5. 295, $3, 5, 10, 15, 15, 315, 20. 320, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 25. 325, 2 and a half, now 5, 325, 322 2.5. Troy, number 7. What's that black leg in triangle 5? Okay, you're buying all bulls. 320 now 5, but 320 2.5 5, 320 2.5 7.5, 320 7.5 330, 330 2.5 but a 2.5 25 but a 35 37.5 7.5, 330 7.5 40, 340 2.5 but a bit of 2.5 2.5, 340 2.5 2.5 2.5 2.5, 340 gully 6, gully number 6. Steer. $3 now 5, 65, 360 now 95, 75, 85, 95, $4 10, but a bit 20, 420, 15 now 20, 425, a bit of 25, 30, but a bit of 430, 30, 30, 30, 425 D&D number 4, 35 D&D 35. 420 D&D 35. Two big ones sell, two big ones. Two little ones sell, two little ones. 305 is that right? 10. 305, $10, 10. 35, 310, two little ones. 35, 310, 10, $10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20. 5, 325, 30, but a bit of 330. 325, 30, 30, 30, but a bit of 330. 325, not a big capital number. 90, cap 90, cap 90. Over there, 72, 85, 285, 95, $3, 5, 10, but 15, 20, 320, 15, 20, with a bit of a 5, but a bit of 30, 330, but a 30, 30, 30, 30, 330, 325, D&D 26. Two little ones there, 310, 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 17 and a half, 20, 320, 2 and a half, 5, 25, 7 and a half, 30, 330, 2 and a half, 32 and a half, 330, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 330, capital number 94. 7.5, $3 now, 2.5, 302 and a half, money, 2.5, 5, 37 and a half, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 310, 310, 37 and a half, now 10, but 10, 10, 10, 307 and a half, capital 94. Still a little black, many more as you want, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, it is $3 now 5. Little black bull, many more, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, with a bit of 5, with a 30, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 335, 340, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 50, with a bit of 5, with a 360, with a 5, with a bit of 70, 370, 370, 365, capital 35. 7.5, $2.16 now 5, $2.16 now 5, with a bit of a minus 75, 85, 95, and a $3 5, 10, with a bit of $10, 10, 15, 320, 320, 15, 25, 30, with a bit of 30, 330, 330, 325, Nolan 56. Black and Charlotte, $2.90 now 5, $3, 5, 10, 15, with a bit of 20, with a 5, with a 330, with a bit of 330, 325, 330, 330, 330, 325, Nolan 26. 7.5, $2.50 now 5, $2.50 now 5, $250 now 5, with a bit of 255, $2.50 now 5, $255, money 5, $255, $255, $255, $255, $250, Nolan 29. $380 now 5, $380 on the money now 5, $385, 85, 85, $380 now 5, $85, 85, $380 now 5, $85, $380, Troy 45, Troy 45. Little heifer, 7.5 at 380, now 5. 380, now 5 and a money, 5 at a minute, 385. 380, now 5 at a minute, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85. 380, Troy, number 3, Troy 3. 7.5, $3.20, now 5 at a 320, now 5. Money, 5 at a minute, 330, now 35, 40, at a bit of 5 at a bit of 45. 345, 45, 45, 45, 45. 350, 350, 350, 350, 350, 345. Fox, 52. Fox, 52. One little one, sell one little one there, 7.5, 320, now 5. 320 on the money, now 5, 320, now 5. 325, 30, 5, 40, 5, 45. 340, Troy, number 1. 7.5, 280, now 5. 280, 2.5, 280, now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 280, 2.5. 280, now 2.5. Money's down, 2.5, 5. 87.5, 90, 2.5, 90, 2.95. 97.5, now $3, 2.5, 5, 305. 302.5, now 5, 5. 302.5, capital 94. Oh, boys, they have been weaned 6 to 8 weeks, had triangle 10 and Covexin 8, wormed with Ivamac. Weaned 6 to 8 weeks. Headshots, Swetner. Okay, you do not get 2 little ones. 320, now 5. 320, now 5, 320, now money, 5. 325, 30. 330, 30, 35, 330, 2.5, 5. 35, 32, now 5. 335, 332. 2.5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 35, 35, 7.5. 337.5, 40, 340, 40, 40. 337.5, Simpson 36. 7.5, $3.60, now 5. 316, now 5. 70, 5, 80, 385. 85, 90, 95, $4, 5, 4, 5, 10, 15. 20, 420. 15, 20, 20, 20. 415, Simpson 35. African 310, 15, 310, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 340, 335, 40, 7.5, 40, 42 and a half, 2.5, 5, 45, 7.5, 350, 50, 350, now 50, now 52 and a half, 352 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 350, capital 90. 350, now 5. 350, now 5. Money, 5. 60, 5, 70, 370. 365, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. 365, Troy 3. All right, T-Star cattle, boys. I've had Triangle 5, Vision 7 with sperm, anthrax. $320, not 2.5. $320, not 2.5. $320, not 2.5. Money's down 2.5. $320, 2.5. $320, 2.5. 5, 25, 25, 7.5. $327, 7.5. 30, 2.5. 5, 35, 35. $335, 2.5. Now 5, 5, 5, 5, 7.5. $337, 337, 337, 7.5. $335, capital 31. T-Star, boys, had all their shots. Seven there, $3, now 2.5. 3, 2.5, 5, 305, 5, 5, 2.5, $5, 305, 7.5, 10, 10, 12.5, 3, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 15, 13, 14, 3, 14, 15, 15, 15, 15, 14, 15, 16, 3, 16, 17, 3, 7, 8, 3, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, now 20, 3, 21, 2, 3, 4, 3, 24, 5, 5, 3, 25, 324, Nolan 26. Boys, you're buying 10 head. They got them pretty good right here. $2.90, now 2.5, $2.90, 2.5, 5 at $2.97.5, $3, 2.5, $3.02.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 3, 12.5, 3, but a 10, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 3, 15, 3, 15, 12.5, now 15, 3, 15, 3, 12.5. Simpson, number 8, just number 8. Simpson 8. Seven half, 310, 12 and a half, 310, money, 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 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 15, 15, 17 half, 17 half, 17 half, 317 half, 317 half, 315, Troy 7. 7 half, 320, now 2.5, 320 and 2.5, money, 2.5, 5, 7 half, 30, but 30, 330, 330, 330, 330, 30, 30, 2.5, 2.5, but 5, 35, 35, 335, 32 and a half, now 5, but 35, 35, 35, 332 and a half, Gully, number 6. Evercam. 290, now 2.5, 290, baby, money, 2.5, 295, 95, 97 and a half, $3, $3, 2.5, 302 and a half, 5, 305, 7 and a half, 7, 8, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 17, 17 and a half, 20, 20, 320, 320, 320, 320, 317 and a half, capital number 5. 7 half, 290, now 2.5, 290, 2.5, 7 half, now $3, 2.5, 5, 3, 7 half, 7, 8, 10, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 315, 315, 315, 312 and a half, D&D 26. 7 half, $3, now 5, $3, now 5. On the money, 5, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 315, 315, 20, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 7 half, 327 half, 327 half, 327 half, 325, Troy 1. New deal has subway shot. Steer kind. 7 half, 315, now 17 half, 315 on the money, 17 half, 20, 2.5, 5, 27 half, 327 half, 325, 7 half, 30, 2.5, 32 and a half, 330, 2.5, 5, 35, 35, 335, 335, 335, 332 and a half, Simpson 37. Good cattle. 7 half, $3 now, 2.5, 302 and a half, 5, 305, 7, 8, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 315, 315, 15, 17 half, 17 half, 17 half, 17 half, 20, 320, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 21, 2, 321, 2, 3, 323, 324, 325, 325, 5, 6, 326, 326, 325, Simpson 38. 7 half, $2.80, now 5, 280, now 2.5, 280 on the money, 2.5, 280, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 280, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 7 half, 90, 90, 2.5, 5, 95, 97 half, $3, $3, 297 half, got him right there, $3, 297 half, $3, $3, $3, $3, sold him, 297 a half. Vinson, Philip Vinson. Same good cattle. Was you got the goods? 7 half, 290, now 2.5, 290, but about 2.5, money, 2.5, 290, 2.5, 290, but about 2.5, 290, 290, 290, but about 2.5, 290, 2.5, out to go, 290, 2.5, now 5, 95, 97 half, 297 half, $3, $3, 2.5, 302 and a half, 5, 305, 305, 2.5, now 5, 7 half, 37 half, 37 half, 37 half, 7 half, but about nice set, 307 half, 10, 310, 310, both they be out, 310, 310, 310, 310, 310, 307 half, capital 94. 7.5, 330, now 5, 330, now 5, 330 on money 5, 335, 330, now 5, 335, 335, 330, Troy 6. 7.5, 380, now 5, 380, money 595, 4 out of 5, at a 10, at a 15, at a 20, at a 420, now 530, 5 at a 40, at a 5, at a 50, at a 5, at a 465, 465, at a 5, 5, 5, 5, at a 5, 460, H4. Tell the big one. 7.5, $3 now 5, $3 on the money now 5, $3 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 325, 320 now 5, 320, Troy 1. Over there, sell the big one. 330 now 5. 330 on the money 5. 40, 55, 50, 55, 355. 350 now 5. 55, 55, 55, 355. 350, Troy 3. 7.5, $4 now 5. $4 now 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 420, 415, 25, 425, 425, 30, 5, 435, 35, 35, 35, 35, 40, 440 now 5, 450, 450 now 5, 455, 455, 465, 460 Ritter. All right, from down McCullough County. Boys, we ain't back on August the 1st. Boy, they had 2 rounds of shots. Okay, we'll sell them all black, all black. 370 now 5. 370 now 5. 75, 75. 370, 2.5. All blacks, 370, 2.5. 370 now 2.5. 50, 2.5. 5, 52, 5, 7.5. 357, 60, 2.5. 360, 2.5. 360 now 2.5. 360 Troy 6. Cabin here, $3 now 5, $3 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 340, 340, 35, 40, 40, 335, Fox 5-2. From down in McCullough County. $3 now 5, $3 5, 10, 15, 3, 15, 25, 325, 30, 3 and 30, 30, 330, 30, 30, 30, 35, 35, 332 and a half, 332 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 330 show number 77. Check kind, 7.5, 380, now 5, 380, now 5, and the money, 590, 90, 5, 95, $4, $4, now 5, 10, 10, 15. 3 hit, 410, 15, 415, now 20, 420, now 5, 425, 425, 425, 425, 420, Simpson 5-5. Total black, $4 now 5. $4 now 5, 10, 15, 20, 420, 15, now 20, now 5, now 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 450, 445, now 50, now 50, now 50, now 50, 445, Troy 4. 350 now 5, 355, 60, 55, $60, 5, 375, 80, 5, 90, 90, 90, 85, 90, 95, 95, 95, $4, $4, 395 D&D 34. Okay, they've had 2 rounds 8-way and Fire Shield. $3.95, $3.95, $3.95, $5 and $3 on the money now $5, $3.95 and a minute $5, $3.95, $3.05, $3.05, $3 Troy 26, Troy 26. Sell one big one. 7 380 now 5, 380 now 5, 85, 85, 90, 95 to $4, $4.5, 405, 10 and 15 to 20 with 425 and 30 with 435, 40 with 445, 50 with 5, 455, 55, 55, 55, 450 Troy, 4 Troy 4, $4.50 now 5, 455, 65, 75, 85 and 90 with 90, 5 with $5 now 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 5 or 5, 10 with $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, 505, H36, H36, 380 now 5, 380 now 5 at 85, 95 at $4.05 at 10 at 15 at 20, 5, 30 at 430, 425, 30, 430 at 34, 30, 425 D&D, 35. All right, boys, they have had 2 rounds of Covexinate. 2 rounds of Covexinate. It's happening at 330, now 5. 330, now 5, and 35, now 5. 330, now 5, money 540, 45, 45, 342 and a half, now 5, 45, 14, now 5, 47 and a half, 347 and a half, 347 and a half, 50, 350, 350, 2 and a half, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 352 and a half, 52 and a half, 350, Troy 6. African. $305, 7.5, $305, 7.5, 7.5, 2 money, 7.5, $305, 3, 7.5, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 17.5, 17.5, 20, 2.5, 22, 19, 19, 19, 5, 25, 7.5, 320, 7.5, 30, 330, 2.5, 30, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 25, 35, 35, 35, 35, 7.5, 340, 340, 340, 40, 337.5, Troy 1. Same cattle, boys. They're good. 7 here. 340 now 5. 340 now 5. 45 50. 350 50 50 50 355 355 355 355 360 5 365 70 370 370 370 370 370 370 365 Troy 3. Okay, bid price on him. Right hind leg a little bit. Bid price. 240 now 5. 240 now 5. 55, 65, 75, 275. 270 now 5. 555. 75, 75, 75. 270 Troy. Number 6. That's a bid price. All right, had an 8-way shot. Two big ones, two big ones, two big ones. 7 here, 3, 10, 15, 3, 10, 3, 15, 3 and 10. Two big ones, 15, 20, 3, 20, two big ones, two big ones. 315, not 20. 320, 20, 320, 320, and a 5. 325, 325, 25, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 330, 325, that'll be Nolan 56. 7 here, 316, now 5. 70, 5, 80, 385, 90, 5, 4, 5, 10. 410, 15, 20, 420. 15, 20, 420. 415, that'll be D&D 35. 7 here, $3.95, $3.95, money, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 325, 25, 25, 25, 25, 325, 320, gully, 6. That's 7-way shot. Okay, so yellow steer, big yellow steer. $3.90, now 5, $3.95, $4, now 5, now 10, now 15, 25, $4.25, 25, 25, $4.25, 25. You do it, $4.25, $4.25, $4.25, $4.20, H4, H4. Sell the heifer with the tag, $4.40, now 5. Little heifer, $4.40, now 5, 55, 65, to $4.70, $4.70, 75, 80, 5, 90, 90, $4.90, $4.90, $4.90, $4.90, $4.85 Ritter. So right here, $2.80, now 5, $2.85, $2.85, $2.85, $2.85, $2.85. $2.85, money, 5, $2.80, now 5, $2.85, 90, 5, $3, now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, $3.30, 30, $3.35, 40, $3.45, 50, 50, 53, 53, 53, 50, $3.45, H, 37. All right, they have been weaned 2 months. 7 here, $3 now, 2.5, 302.5, money, 2.5, 302.5, 7 here, 10, 12.5, 15, 15, 79, 79, 379, 20, 2.5, 25, 25, 25, 2.5, now 5, 325, 25, 322.5, capital 31. 7 here, 305, 7 here, 10, $10, $10, 10, 312.5, 15, 17.5, 20, 2.5, 5, 27.5, 330, 2.5, 5, 35, 35, 335, 35, 35, 35, 332.5, Nolan 56. 7 here, $3 now 5, $3 money 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 330, 5, 40, 5, 45, 345, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 340, EC 5, 4. $7 here, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, money 5, $3, 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 5, 25, 30, 30, 325, 30, 30, 30, 30, 330, 330, 325, capital 5. Dolan Ranch. Oh, boys, they have been waiting 10 days, had an 8-way shot and fire shield. Steers. 320. All right, two more, 320, now 2.5, 320, 25, 25, 27.5, 30, 32.5, 35, 35, 37.5, 337.5, 40, 340, 2.5, 25, 45, 47.5, 50, 350, 50, 2.5, 50, 2.5, 50, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 350, Simpson, 37, 6. Simpson 36, 7 $3 now 5, $3 5, money 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, $5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 20, 325, 30, 30, 30, 30, 325, Nolan 56. Got a bull. 290 now 5, 290 now 5, $3, $3, 5, $3, 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 320, 15, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 315, Nolan 26. Head of Vision 8 and wormed. Up to 7, 290, now 2.5, 290, 2.5, money, 2.5, 290, 290, 290, 290, but paid 25, 95, 95, 95, 92.5, 97.5, but 97, 7, 7, 7, 7, now $3, $3, $3, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 305, 7.5, 7.5, 10, 10, 12.5, 15, but 15, 15, 15, 15, 312.5, capital number 5. 72, 79, 5, 275, 80, with a bit of 5, but a 90, 5, but a $3, 5, but a 10, $10, 10, 3, 5, 3, 10, 10, 10, but about $10, $10, $10, 10, 305, Nolan 27. Seven here, 3, 10, 15, 20, 79, 3, 17, money, 79, 315, 79, but a 79, 79, 79, 79, 79, 79, 315, Troy 6. Okay, boys, they were weighing back on August 18th, and have had Triangle 10 and Subway with Somnus. Covexin 8 and Wormed. Hold the molly face, hold the molly face. 7 here, 320, wean cattle, 320, now 5. On the money, now 5, but a 320, now 5, 30, but a 5, but a 40, but a 2.5, but a 40 to 5, 45, 45, 7.5, but a 350, 350, 2.5, 55, 55, 55, 7.5, 360, 2.5, but a 2.5, 25, but a 7.5, 370, 2.5, but a 2.5, 5, but a 7.5, but a 80, but a 2.5, 825, 85, 85, 85, 85, 380, 2.5, Simpson 50. Simpson 50, 270, now 5, 275, 85, but a 90, but a 92, but a 90, 85, 90, but 90, 92, but a 90, 90, but a 90, but a 90, 2 to 5, D&D 94. 7 here, 310, now 15, 310, 12.5, money, 12.5, 310, 12.5, but a 15, 15, 79, but a 79, 317.5, but a 79, 17, 20, but a 2.5, 2.5, 25, but a 25, 25, 25, 25, 322.5, Gully 6. Had a black leg shot. 7 here, 3, 10, 12.5, 3, 10, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 15, 79, 20, but a 2.5, but a 5, but a 27.5, 30, but a 330, 327.5, 330, but a 30, 30, 30, 30, 327.5, D&D 26. New deal has Subway shot. 7 or 290, not 2.5, 290, not 2.5, 25, 97.5, $3, 2.5, but about 305, 7.5, 7.5, 305, 7.5, 7.8, 7.8, 7.8, 7.8, 7.8, 307.5, 305, and that'll be Fry 6, Fry 6. Seven here, 320, not 2.5, 320, 2.5, money, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 20, 2.5, 320, 2.5, but a 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, but a 5, but a 7.5, 30, but a 30, 2.5, but a 30, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 35, 35, 37, but a 3, but a 40, 340, 2.5, but a 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 340, Troy 6. Say, you'll like them here. 315, 79, but a 315, 79, 315, 17.5, 3 money, 17.5, 315, 379, 20, 320, 2.5, 5, 327.5, 330, but a 30, but a 30, but a 330, 330, 327.5, 330, 330, 330, 330, 327.5, Philip Vinson. 700, 290, now 2.5, 290, but pay 2.5. On the money, 2.5, 290, 2.5, 595, nice, 7.5, $3, $3, $2.5, 5, 305, 7.5, 10, but 12.5, 15, 17.5, 317.5, 315, 317.5, 317.5, 315, Troy 26. Okay, next 5 head, wean 2 months. Had a 7-way shot in anthrax. 7, 440, now 5. 440, now 5. 50, bit of 5, bit of 60, bit of 5, bit of 75, bit of 80, bit of 5. 490, 90, bit of 5, bit of $5, $5, $5, 5. 5 on 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 20. 5, 25, bit of 30, bit of 5, bit of 40, 5, bit of 5, 45. 5, 40, now 5, bit of 5. 540, EC 300. Same way, 7-way in anthrax. 7 here, 370, now 5, 80, bit of 370, 85, 90, bit of 5, bit of 4, not a 5, 10, 15, 20, bit of 5, bit of 30, bit of 5, bit of 40, 5, bit of 450, bit of 50, now 50, 450, 50, 50, 50, bit of 450, 450, 450, 450, 445, D&D, number 0. New deal has 7-way shot. There's 700, 220, now 5. 220, now 5. 220, now 5. On the money, 5, but 220, now 5. 225, 225, 5, 5, but 25, 25, 25, 25. 220, gully, number 6. Every time. 7 here, 170, now 5. 175, 170, now 5. 175, 175. $170, 5, 5, 5, 140, now 5. 150, 150, 155, 155, 160, now 5. 165, 165, 70, 175, 75, 75, 170, Tom 3. Okay, well, she kind of holds her mouth a little bit crooked. Okay, watch your mouth. $2 now 5. $2 now 5. $2 now 5. Money 5. 205. 205. 205. 205. 10. 210. 15. 20. 55. 30. 55. 40. 55. 255. 265. 275. 285. 285. 285. 85. 85. 280. Now 5. Now 5. Now 5. 85. 280 showed 8. 7 here, 330, now 5. 330 on money 5, 45, 50, 350, 345, now 50, now 50, now 5, 355, 65, 370, 70, 70, 70, 70, 365, EC 54. All right, Wilford Wildy. They've been waiting 90 plus days, had a co-vaccinate, triangle 4, plus PHK, Wormwood side deck done. 290, now 5, 290 and a 5, $3. $3, 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 10. Ween Cal, 310, 15, 20, with a bit of a 325, with a 30, with a bit of a 330. 25, 30, with a bit of a 330, 330, 325, EC 54. Two more. Pick T like $3 now 5. $3 now 5. $3 5, 10, 15, 15, 15, 3, 10, 12 and a half. 3, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 20, 2 and a half, 22 and a half, 3, 20, 2, 5, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 3, 22 and a half, D&D 23. All right, sale 1. $280 and a 5. $280 and a 5. Money $5.90. Would have been 90. $2.95. $3. $3.05. $3.05. 10. 3 and 10. 15. 20. Would have been 20. 15. 20. 320. 320. 320. 320. 315. Show number 8. Troy, you got the black molly face steer. That's steer. Javier, you got your bid price. Having her $2.90 now 2.5. $2.90 would be 2.5. Money $2.5. $2.90. 2.5. $2.90. 2.5. 95. 95. 97. $7.5. $3. $3. $3. 2.5 would be 2.5. 2.5 would be 305. 305. 305. 305. 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. 307. 10. 310. 12.5 would be 12.5. 12.5. 12.5. 12.5. 12.5. 310. Troy 26. Troy 26. Sell two and you can take them all. Sell 2 blacks, you can take them, or any two. Any two. 7.5, 310, 12.5, 310, 12.5, 15, 7.5, 20, 2.5, 25, 7.5, now 30, 330, any two you like. 330, 330, 330, 330, 327.5, EC 54. He wants 2 little ones. Let it go. Hold your ticket, sell a heifer going on. Over there, $7.5, $3 now 5. $3 now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 330, 330, 335, 335, 35, 35, 35, 330, 330, Fox 16 on the scales. Fox 16. All right, new deal. They have been weaned 2 months. 7.5, 310, 12.5, 310, 12.5. On the money, 12.5. 310, 312.5. 12 weaned cattle. 310, 312.5. 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 15, 17.5. 17.5, 317.5. 317.5, 317.5. 315, Troy 7. All right, sell the black one. Sell the black one. Same good cattle. Wean for 2 months. 7.5, 310, 12.5. Black one, 310, 12.5. 12.5, 15, 17.5. 20, 320, 320, 320, 2.5. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 320, 2.5. 320, Simpson 38. Simpson 38. 7.5 here, 7.5, 7.5. $3 now, 2.5. 302.5. These two. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought they'd all move. Either whatever goes, Frank. Make it easy on yourself. Easy one. Sell a heifer there, $2.90, now 2.5, 5, 97.5, now $3, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, $310, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 315, 315, 312.5, D&D 10, D&D number 10, 270, now 2.5, 5, 275, 7.5, 80, 2.5, 87, 90, 290, 2.5, 97, $3, 2.5, 5, 5, 7.5, 10, 310, 12.5, 15, 7.5, 317, 317, 315, Nolan 26, Nolan 26. So right there, 240, now 2.5, 240, now 2.5, 5, 7.5, 52.5, 52.5, 5, 57.5, $60, 2.5, 260, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 260, shoat number 8, shoat number 8, 280, now 2.5, 280, now 2.5, 285, 85, 85, 87.5, 90, 2.5, 95, 295, 295, 95, 95, 290, 2.5, shoat number 8. All right, 320, now 2.5, 320, money, 2.5, 320, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 327.5, 327.5, 327.5, 7.5, 327.5, Billy out, 327.5, 325, 7.5. You're out too, Glenn. 327.5, 325, D&D number 54. 7.5, 320, now 2.5, 320, now 2.5, 320, 2.5, black steer by the scale, 320, 2.5, 320, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 310, 12.5, 310, 12.5, 15, 79, 79, 20, 320, 320, 320, 317.5, Nolan 26, Nolan 26. Over there, 330, now 5. 330, now 5. Money, 540, 340, now 5, and a 50, 350, 345, now 50, now 50, now 50, now 50, 345. Troy, 6. Troy, number 6. 7, 370, now 5. 370, now 5, 5, 375. 375, money, 5, 75, 75, 75, 75. 370, D&D, 35. 34, D&D 34, D&D, marked for ownership, 7.5, 350 now 5, 350 now 5, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, money 5, $3 now 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 330, 335, 340, now 5, now 50, 5, 355, 355, 355, 5, 355, 350, EC 471. Story. 471. 471, wasn't it? Okay, boys, weaned 90 days and had a 7-way shot. Put him on 421. Some of there 320, now 2.5, 320. One's got a big hawk. Yeah, there you go. Oh, there's 7.5, 360, now 5. 360, now 5, now 70, now 5, 80, 5, 90, 95, 95, $4 now 5, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 4, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 4, 15, Simpson 50. Sell one. Sell big one there. 320 now 5. 320 one on the rail. 325 30 335 40 340 now 5 50 50 50 50 350 350 345 Simpson 36. Okay, got an old scar down there. 230 now 5. 45, 50, about 10 or 55. 260, now 5, now 70, now 5, now 80, now 5, 285, 90, 90, 285, 90, 285, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 285, Troy 6. Seven hand, 370, now 5, 375, 5, hold one, Jody. Hold one, everybody, 80, now 5, now 90, now 5, now $4, now 5, 4 or 5, hold one, 5, 10, 4, 10, 15, 15, 20, 425, 430, 435, 40, 50, 455, 455, 55, 55, 455, 450, Troy, 4. Seven here, $3.60 now 5, 360 now 5, 55, and then money 5, and then 65, 365, 555, 570, 5, 370, Troy number 6. Okay, hold one little select one. 7 here, 390, now 5. 390, on the money, now 5. 395, $4 now 5. 4, 5, 4, 10, 15, 20, 5, 425, 30, 435, 435, 35, 40, 5, 50, 450, 455, 455, 55, 55, 55, 450, Simpson number 35, 45, Simpson 45. $3.60 now $5.70, $5.85, $95, $4.05, $10, $10, $4.10, $10.15, $4.15, $20, $4.25, $4.30 now $5, now $40, now $5.50, $4.55, $4.55, $4.55, $4.50. So lease. 440 now 5 and then 450 now 5. Two little ones 55 65 475 85 95 $5 10 15 20 55 25 5 25 30 5 35 40 55 50 5 50 5 55 5 55 60 5 60 5 60 5 60 5 55 DH 36 H 36 H letter H. $4 now 5, $4 now 5, 10, 15, 20, 425, 30, 440, 5, 50, 5, 455, 455, 60, 5, 470, 5, 80, 5, 85, 45, 85, 85, 85, 85, 480, D&D 42. Chicken 7.5, $3.40 now 5, $3.45 on the money 5, $3.45 50, $3.55 60, $5, $70, $3.70, $3.70, $3.70, $3.70, $3.65 EC 421. Two or more. $3.20 now 5, $3.20 now 5, money 5. Pick till you like. 325, 320, now 2 5, 25, 27 and a half, 327 and a half, 30, 330, 2 and a half, 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 32 and a half, 330, Troy, number 6. 7 here, $2.50 now 5. 255 60 255 260 55 $60 $60 255 show 77. $7.5, $3 now 5, $3 2.5, 302 and a half 5, 305 7 and 10, 12 and a half 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half 20, 2 and a half 5, 25 7 and a half, 327 and a half, 327 and a half, 327 and a half, 327 and a half, 330, 330, 327 and a half, Troy 6. $2.90, now 2.5, $2.90, 2.5, 5, 7.5, $3, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 20, 320, 2.5, 7 and a half, 327 and a half, 27 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 325, Nolan 26. Nolan 26, 330, now 5, 330, now 5, 35, 35, 35, 330, now 5, money 5, 35, 35, 35, 35, 330, EC 421. African 7.5, 290, now 2.5, 290, 2.5, 5, 95, now 7.5, 7.5, $3, 2.5, 302 and a 5, 3, 7.5, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 3, 15, 3, 12 and a half, Troy 26. Still black heifer. Black heifer. Over there, 320, now 5. 320, on the money, now 5. 5, 5, 25, 25, 33, 30, now 5. 335, 35, 35, 35, 35, 330, Troy, number 3. 7 over there, $3 now 5. $3 now 5. $5 Buy the scales, $3 now 5. 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 3. Y'all see my bull? Buy the scales. On the money 5. 3 5. $3 capital number 30. 1. 7 and a half, 350 now 5. On the money, 65, 75, 85, 95, $4.05, 10, 15, 20, 5, 425, 425, 25, 25, 25, 420, D&D 35. Two little ones there, sell two little ones there. 315, now 17 half, 315, two little ones. On the money, 17 half, 320, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. 25, 325, 7 half, 327 half, 27 half, 30, 330, 330, 330, 330, 327 and a half, capital 31. 7 half, 7 half, 290, now 5, now $3, $3 5, 3 5, 10, 15, 20, 2 and a half, 5, 22 and a half, 5, 325, 322 and a half, Nolan, 26. You're buying two head. 7 or 330 now 5. 330 now 5. Money 5. 330 now 5. 335. 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. 330. Troy 45. Troy 45. 7 half, 315, 79. On the money, 79, 20, 320, 20, 20, 20, 79, 20. 320, 79, 20, 22 and a half, 5, 25, 27 and a half. 327 and a half, 27 and a half, 7 and a half. 327 and a half, 327 and a half. 325, capital, 31. Seven here, $3 now, 2 and a half, 302 and a half, money, 2 and a half, 302 and a half, 5, 3 5, 7 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 3 15, 15, 15, 15, 17 and a half, 7 and a half, 20, 320, 2 and a half, 5, 25, 27 and a half, 327 and a half, 30, 330, 2 and a half, 5, 35, 37 and a half, 40, 2 and a half, 345, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 350, 2 and a half, 5, 5, 5, 5, 352 and a half, D&D 5-4. D&D 5-4, 380 now 5, 385, 95, $4, 5, 10, 15, 15, 20 now 5, 30, 435, 40, 445, 50, 455, 455, 60, 460, 5, 70, 5, 80, 485, 90, 90, 90, 495, 495, $5, 5, 10, $10, 10, $510, $10, 10, 505, H36, H36. 350 now 5, 350 now 5, money 5, 355, 55, 5, 355, 355, 355, 355, 350, Troy 45, Troy 45, 330 now 5, now 40, now 5, now 50, now 5, 60, 360, 355, 365, 70, 70, 365, $70, $70, $70, 365. H number 1. Seven here, 7 and a half, 3, 10, 15, 17 and a half. We sell to them, Jody, 17, 20, 2 and a half, 3, 20, 2 and a half. You're buying 2 at, now 5, now 7 and a half. 327 and a half, 30, 330, 2 and a half, 5, 37 and a half. 340, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half. 340, Troy, number. Show your weight on me. Go to Troy. Over there, $2.16 now 5. $2.16 now 5. Money 5. 70. 275. 280. 85. 90. 90. 295. 295. Now $3. $3. How'd black go right along? $3 now 5. $3 now 5. Now 10. 310. 310. 310. But 10. 10. 10. But 10. 305. Capital number 90. Put them on 5. Capital 5. Celery, 7.5, 3, 10, 12.5, 3, 10, 12.5, 15, 17.5, 20, 2.5, 5, 27.5, 30, 3, 32.5, 5, 37.5, 340, 40, now 40, 40, 340, 337.5, Troy won. Troy won. Make them all black, 315, now 20, 315, now 20, now 20, all black, 320, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 345, 345, 5, 2.5, 5, 342.5, 5, 5, 5, 345, 7.5, 347.5, 47.5, 345, EC 54. 7.5, 330, now 5, 330, now 5, money, 5, 35, 35, 335, 40, 5, 50, 5, 60, 365, 70, 5, 75, 375, 370, Troy 3. 7 here, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, $5 money 5, 405, $4 now 5, out to go, $4 now 5, $4 5, $4 Troy 21. 7 here, 350 now 5, 355, 60, 5, 70, 375, 375, 5, 370, Troy 21. 7 here, 7 here, 320 now 5, 320 money 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 355, 355, 350 now 5, 355, 350 EC 45. So two little ones. 7 here, 250 now 5, 250 now 5, money 5, turn 50 now 5, 65, 75, 80, 280, 285, 285, 285, 90, 90, 290, 285, 90, 90, 90, 90, 285, Nolan 29, 7 here, 180 now 5, 185, 185, money 5, 180 now 5, 90, 195, 95, 95, 195, 195, 190, Shoat 77. 7 here, 230, now 5, 230, now money, now 5, 240, now 5, now 50, now 5, now 60, now 5, 75, 280, 5, 285, 90, 285, 7 and a half, 90, 290, 90, 2 and a half, 290, 2 and a half, 5, 95, 97 and a half, 297 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 295, Nolan 29. 290 now 5, 290 money 5, $3, 5 and a 10, but a 15, but a 20, 320, 17 half, 315, 17 half, 17 half, 17 half, 315, Nolan 26. So Charlie Heifer, Charlie Heifer, 175. 100 Charlie Heifer, 170 on the money, 580, 85, 90, 55, 195, $2 now, 5, 205, 210, 215, 215, 15, 15, 20, 5, 225, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 225, shoat 8, 290, now 2.5, 95, 97 and a half, $3, 2.5, 7 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 315, 315, 315, 315, 315, 317 and a half, 315, I'll be 26, Nolan 26, 315, Nolan 26. That's our rule. $315. Sella Brano Heifer. Over there, 150 now 5. 150 now 5. 150 now 5. Money 5. 155. 155. 155. 55. 150. Shoat 8. Shoat number 2. Shoat number 2. 7 here, 230, now 5, 230, now 5, 230, 2 and 5, 35, 7 and 40, 2 and 5, 7 and 50, 2 and 5, 57, 65, 75, 80, 55, 95, 295, 295, 95, 95, 290, D&D 89, D&D 89, 290, now 5, 290, now 5, 290, now 5, money 5, but a $3, but a 5, but a 10, but a 10, 15, 20, 325, 320, now 5, 325, 320, EC 54. $7 $2.40 now 5, $2.40 now 5, $2.40 now 5, 50 with a bit of 250 now 50, $2.45 now 50 now 50, $2.50 $2.50 $50 $55 with a bit of 60, $5.70 $2.70 with a 70 $70 $70, $2.65 D&D 89. Two little ones there. $3 now 5. $3 now 5. Money 5. $3 now 5. Two little ones. $3 now 5. Now 5. Now 5. Now 5. Now 5. Now 5. $3 Troy 45. $3 Troy 45. Seven here, 250 now 5, 250 now 5, 250 now 5, 255, 250 now 5, 5, 255, 255, 220 now 5, 220 money 5, 30, 5, 40, 240, 240, 245, 250, 250 now 50 now 50, 255, 255, 260, 260, but the 260, 255, Tom 3. 7 here, 175, 80, 175 money 80, 85, 90 with a bit of 190, 5 with a bit of 95, $2, $195, $2, 195, shoat 77. your Royal. 305, 7.5, 305, 7.5, money 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 79, 79, 3 set, yes sir, 79, 20, 20, 2.5, 2.5, 25, 325, 20, 2.5, now 5, 325, 25, 25, 322.5, Troy, 7. 7.5, 7.5, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, $3 now money 5, money's in 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 30, 330, 330, 330, 27.5, 30, 30, 330, 327.5, Nolan 26. Chicken, 7.5, 320, now 2.5, 320, money, 2.5, 7.5, 327.5, 327.5, 30, 330, 30, 30, 30, 30, 330, 330, 330, 330, 327.5, Troy, 7. $7.5, $3 now, 2.5, 302.5, money, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 15, 17.5, 317.5, 17.5, 17.5, 17.5, 315, Troy, 6. Troy, 6. $7 $2.50 now 5, 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 555, $2.55. 2 bulls, 255, 60, 265, 70, 270, 265. Now 70, 70, 70, 70, 265. Gully 6. No, I didn't. Tell Black Charlotte, Black and Charlotte, $3 now 5. 3 Black and Charlotte on the money now 5. $3 now 5. $3 now 5. 5 5 10 10 10 10 15 15 15 20 320 with about 5 30 30 330 330 325 Nolan 56 $2.50 now 5. Turn 50 now 5. 255 60 255 60 260 260 260 255 Brian Hoffman. Okay, sell the choice, sell the pile. Pick what you like. $3.90, now 5, now $4. $4. Pick what you want. $4, $3.95, 4, now 4, now 4, now 4. $3.95. H38. For him. All right, Sally's right here. $3 now 5. 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 $2.70 now 5. Money 5. $2.75. 80. $2.80. 80. 5. $2.85. 90. $95. $3. $3. 5. $10. $10. 10. 15. $3.15. $3.15. 20. $5. $3.25. $30. $3.30. $3.25. Wilford Wildy. Two more. 330, now 5, 335, 45, 50, 5, 355, 65, 70, 5, 80, 5, 385, 85, 90, 390, now 5, $4, $4, 5, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 54, 15, 415, 410, that'll be D&D 19. Sell one by the scales, hold your ticket, $2.50 now 5, $2.50 now 5, turn 50 now 5, $2.50 now 5. Now 60, 255, 260, 255, 260, 260, 260, 255. Javier, number 3. Javier's on the scale. Seven here, 280, now 5. 280, now 5, and 280, now 5. 280, now 5. 285, 280, now 5, and 280, but 5, 5, 5, 285. Crossbreeds on the money, say. 285, you do it. 285, 285, 285. Don't have anybody, 280, 285. Going on. 280 fry 6. 280 fry 6. Sell 280 fry 6. 220 now 5. Turn 20 now 5. 220 now money 5. 220 now 5. 30, 235, 40, 245, 250, 255, 265, 265, 70, 5, 275, 75, 80, 285, 25, 85, 85, 285, 290, 95, 95, 95, now $3, $5, 10, 35, 35, 35, $3, Marty, Marty number 1, $2, now 30, now 5, 235, 40, 235, 40, 240, 35, 40, 240, now 40, now 40, now 40, 230, 45, 245, 240, Tom 3. 7 here, 340, now 5, 340 on a 5, 50, 55, 65, 65, 365, 360, Troy 45. Seven here, $72.40 now 5. 240 now 5 and 240 now 5. Money 5 and 245 50. 255, 255, 250 now 5, 5, 5, 5, 60, 5, 75, 80, 55, and 95, and $3.05, 10, 15, 25, and 325, 325, 320, H37. 7 here, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, $3.95, $3 now 5, 305, 305, 305, 305, $3, Troy 3. 7 here, $3, 20 now 5, money 5, 30, 55, 40, 55, 55, 365, 75, 80, 55, 390, 90, 85, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 385, D&D 34. Two more, pick two you like. 7 here, $3.70, now 5. 375, any two you like. On the money, now 5. 375, 75, 75, 80, any two. 380, now 5, now 90, now 5. $4, $5. 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 420, 415, Troy 21. 7 here, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, 10, 15, 25, 330 now 30, 330, 25, 30, 30, 30, 30, 325, EC 54. 7 here, 330 now 5, 330 on money 5, 335, 35, 35, 35, 335, 335, 335, 330, Troy number 45. Two big ones. 7 or 270, now 2.5. 270 on the money, 5, 7.5, 80, 2.5, 7, 90, 2.5. 97.5, $3, $2.5, 5, 7, 10, 12.5. 12.5, 15, 15, 17.5. Have them all if you want them. 315, 79, 79, 79, 79, 315, shoot number 77. Seven or 330 now 5, 330 now 5, 330 on money 5, 5, 5, 5, 335, 335, 335, 330, 40, 40 now 5, 350, 5, 60, 5, 365, 360, Troy number 5. Troy 45. Sell them all, sell them all. 385, 90, 3 money, 95, $4.05, 10, 15, 415, 20, 425, 425, 25, 30, 435, 430, now 5, 430, blue. Blue. Sell one, big one. 7 here, 260, now 5, 70, 275, and 80, 90, $3.85, 35, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 20, 2 and a half, 25, 25, 25, 320, 2 and a half, Nolan, 26. 7 and a half, 440, now 5, 445, 50, 455, 65, 75, 85, 90, 495, $5, now 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 545, 545, 545, 545, 540, blue. Sell the big heifer. Sell her 240, now 5, 240, now 5, 550, 250, now 5, now 60, now 5, now 70, now 5, 85, 90, 90, 285, 90, 90, 90, 285, Troy, 26, $3, now 5, $3, now 5, 5, 50, $3, 5, $3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 340, 340, 40, 335, EC 45. 7 here, $4, now 5, $4, now 5, money 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 435, 445, 50, 465, 75, 80, 485, 490, 495, and $495, $5, now 5, $5, 5, $5, 5, $5, Ritter. $7 or $2.90, now 2.5, $2.99, $2.95, 97 half, $3, $2.95, 7 half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 79, 20, 2.5, 320, 2.5, 320, 2.5, 5, 5, 7 half, 30, 330, 30, 30, 30, 30, 28, 29, 329, 328, Nolan, number 26. 7 hit, 270, now 2.5, 275, 7 half, 82 and a 5, 7 half, 92 and a 5, 97 half, $3, 2.5, 5, 7 half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 79, 20, 2.5, 5, 7 half, 327 half, 325, Nolan, 26. $7 or 270, now 5, 270, now 5, 270, now 5, money 580, with about 285, but a 90, but about 5, but a 95, $3, but a $3, 295, $3, $3, $3, $3, 295, fry 6. Two more, 7 or 220, now 5, 220, now 5, money 5, 220, now 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 5, 265, 70, 5, 280, 5, 290, 5, 295, $3, $3, 295, Nolan, number 29, 7 half, 170, now 5, 175, 170, now 5, 175, money 5, 75, 75, 75, 2, 174, 174, 6. 78, $78, $78, 176, Marty 44. Two more, buy 2 of them, 280, now 5, 285, 280, 2.5, 280, 2.5, 85, 7 half, 290, 2.5, 5, 97 half, now $3, 2.5, 302 and a 5, 7 half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 79, 20, 320, 317 and a half, Nolan, 26. 7 here, 270, now 2.5, 5. 75, 2.5, now 5, 75, 75. 2.5, now 5, 5, 7.5, 80, 2.5, 5, 87.5, 90, 2.5, 95, 97.5, $3, $3, $3, 297.5, fry 6. Sell 1, big one, 330, now 5. Hold the money, 5, big one, 45, 45, 55, 355, 350, now 5, 60, 5, 75, 380, 85, 85, 85, 85, 380, D&D 34. 7 here, 440, now 5, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, $5, 5, 505, 10, 15, 520, 525, 30, 55, 540, 5, 50, 55, 55, 60, 55, 575, 575, 80, 85, 85, 585, 580, H4, H4. 330, now 5, 330, now 5, 40, 40, now 5, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, $4, now 5, 4, 5, 10, 410, 15, 15, 20, 5, 425, 430, 435, 40, 440, now 5, 550, 450, 450, 450, 450, 450, 445, Wilfred will do. 7 here, $3, now 5. $3, money, 5, 10, 15, 20, 22 and a half, 5, 325, 7 half, 327 half, 327 half, 27 half, 325, Nolan 56. 7 half, 330, now 5, 330, now money, 5, 40, 40, 40, 340, now 40, 40, 40, 35, 7 half, 337 half, 335, Troy 45. Troy 45. Okay, sell the yellow one, 335, 340. You're buying the Charlotte. 335, now 40. 340, 340, 340. 335, Troy, 45. Boys, look him over. Be your own judge. 270, now 5. 270, now 5. 275. Money, 5. 270, now 5. 275. 275, 5, 270, Troy 45. 7 here, $3 now 5. 10, $5, $10, 10, 3 and 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 20, 320, now 5, now 5, 30, 30, 330, 5, 35, 35, 40, 340, now 5, 340, Troy 1. Here, what do you got? Oh, 1 if you need to. $3, now 5. $3, now 5. Money 5. 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, now 25. 330, 5, 40, 45. 345, 5, 45. 340, EC 5, 4. 7 here, 290, now 5. 290, on the money, now 5. Now $3, 5, 10, and 15. 315, 320, now 5, 325, 30, 330, now 5, 335, 35, 35, 35, 330, D&D 26. D&D 26. Okay, Molly Face Calf's hers if you want to try to put them back together. Weigh the cow. Weigh the cow, 110, 112, 110, 11, money 11, 11, 110, 11, 12, 114, 16, 18, 20, 122, 4, 24, 26, 27, 7, 8, 128, 28, 28, 127, Marty, number 8, Marty, 8, Marty, 8. Heifer, 380, now 5 at 85, 95, $4, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 55, 50, 55, 60, 465, 75, 80, 55, 90, 95, $4.95, $5, $5, $5, now 5, 505, 505, 10, 510, $10, 10, 505, so lease, 7 here, $5, by the pound, now 5, 10, 15, 25, 525, 30, 30, 30, 525, 35, 540, 540, now 5, 550, 550 a pound, now 560, 560, 560, 560, 555, Russell 2, 390. 390, now 5, 395, $4 now 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 440, 5, 440, 2.5, 440, 2.5, 2.5, 440, Troy, 4. Sell a steer, $2, now 50, now 5, 255, turn 50, now 5, 255. 255, 60, 570, 580, 285, 280, 2.5, 280, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 280, shoat, 77. Every 7 370, now 5. Money, 5, 85, 95, $4, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 445, 455, 60, 60, 455, 460, 460, 455, so lease. So lease. Sale 2 big ones. 280, now 2.5, 5, 2.7, 90, 2.5, 95, 97, $3, 2.5, 3.7, 10, 12.5, 15, 79, 20, 2.5, 325, 2.5, 555, 322.5, Nolan 26, 7, 390, now 5, money 5, $4, now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 54, 35, 45, 455, 455, 60, 455, 460, 455, Baloo. African. Third choice, $2.50, now 5, 255, 65, 75, 80, 85, 90, 55, $3, 5, $3, 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 320, 15, one or both, 320, 315, EC 54. Sell the tag, 230, now 5, 230, now 5, 230, now 5, 235, 35, 230, now 5, 230, now 5, 235, 230, money, 5, 235, 235, 230, Tom 3. Hereford, I think. Just a Hereford, I think. 7 $3, now 5, $3 on the money, now 5, 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, 3, 15, 20, 20, now 2.5, 2.5, 5, 325, 2.5, now 5, 5, 320, 2.5, Troy 1. Sell the big one, $3.50, now 5, 355, 65, 75, 75, 75, 375, 375, 80, 80, 85, 85, 85, 385, 380, Troy 3, $3.50, now 5, 355, 65, 75, 85, 95, $4, now 5, now 10, now 15, 20. 420, 420, 420, 425, 425, 25, 25, 25, 430, 435, 440, 450, 55, 455, 450, Wilford Wildy. 2700, 2800, solid mount, on the money, 8, 27, 28, 9, 3000, 31, 32, 33, 32, now 33, 3200, now 3, 3200, now 33, 33, 33, 3200, show 11. Well, it's got 2 bull calves and a heifer calf. look them over here. Boys, look at those good calves, good cows. They're solid mouth, doing a good job with those calves. 3,300 now, 34. 33, 3,400, 33, 94, 94, 94, 94, 94, 3,300, 3,400. Money's down now, 34, 34, 35, 3,600, 3,700, 37, 38, 39, 38, 39, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 39.50. That help you? 3,900 now, 50, 3,900 now, 50, now 50, now 50, now 50, now 50, 50, 39.50, 3,900. Reese 11. Reese number 11. Oh, look at there, young and got that good black-headed calf. 2,600, 2,700. On the money, 7, 8, 9, 29, 3,000 now, 31, 31, 31, 32, 31, 33, 33, 33, 34, 3,400. Baby tooth cow, 3,300 now, 34, 33, 34, 35, 35, 3,600, 36, 37, 3,700, 3,700, 37, 37, 38, 38, 37, 38. Young cow, 3,700, 38, 38, 38, 38. $3,700 Wilfred Wilding won. They are light bred. Weigh them. 140 now one. 140 now one. Able to one. Able to one. Able to one. Money 1, 2, 3. 44, 45, 146, 47, 48, 49, 149, $50, $50, 51, 152, 52, 3, 3, 152, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 154, now 5, now 6, now 7, 8, 158, 158, 9, $60, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 68, 168, $8, 166, shoat number 12, 2, shoat 2, shoat number 2. Over there, light bread, 144, now 5, 144, now 5, now 6, now 7, 8, now 9, $50 1, 151, 151, able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, 55, 4, now 5, 155, 5, 154, shoat number 2. Tested open, 2, shoat 12, 2, that's what I said, wasn't it? 270, now 2.5, 270, now 2.5, 270, 2.5, 5, 5, 5, 7.5, 80, 280, 2.5, 5, 85, 285, 285, 285, 7.5, 287, 90, 2.5, 9, 2.5, 95, 95, 295, 290, 2.5, show number 8. The way the cow, 6 months bred, 135, 136. What kind of mouth you have, Jody? Solid mouth, 135, 136. 6 months bred, 7, 8, 38, 9, $138, 9, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 42, 3, 142, now 3, 4, 144, 144, now 4, now 5, 45, 46, 147, 148, 148, 9, 149, 50, 150, 150, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 150, show number 13. 170, now 1. Everybody 1.1.1.1. They are bred. 171, 2, 4, 76, 78, 82, 184, 84, 824, 184, 824, 84, 46, 86, 88, 90, 2, $192 day, 4, 92, 4, 94, 96, 98, 198, $2, $198, $2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 6, 8, 10, 10, 12, 14, 16, 16, 18, 20, 220, 218, fry 10, fry 10. Young and tested open. 150 now 2.5, 150 now 2.5, 152 and a 5, 55, 7.5, $60, 2.5, 7.5, 72 and a half, 75, 7.5, 82 and a half, 85, 7.5, 90, 2.5, 95, 95, 97 and a half, $2, $2, 2.5, 225, 7.5, 7, 8, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 79, 20, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 227 and a half, 227 and a half, 7 and a half, 227 and a half, 225, show number 22. 145, they're open, 6, 145 minus $6, 145, 6, 7, 7, 146, 7, 146, show number 2. Cheers, light bread and broke mouth. 150 now one. 151 money. One. 151. 51. 150 Lone Star. Sellable 190 now one. Everybody one. Everybody one. Now 190 on the money now one. 91. Everybody one. 191. 190 Lone Star one. Sell broke mouth cow. She is open. 70, 110, 11. 110, 111. 110, 111. Money 11, 110, 111. 111, 111, 111, 111. 110, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 120, 20. 119, Javier. 27. You like a good one. Look over right here. 2,000, now 21. 2,100, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2,700, 2,800, 2,800, 29. Now 3,000, 31, 32, 31, 32, 31, 32, 33, 34, 3,400, 33, 3,400, 3,400, 3,400, 3,400. Shoulder, 3,300. Jody way up on top, 3,300. Richard Havelock. Richard Havelock. What's our 4 months bread? Weigh 25 by the end, I'll say. 26, came right with him. Good ones there. 26, 27, 28, 28, 9, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 29 and a half, 2,900 and a half, 59, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. I got 50, 3,000. Sold them 29 and a half. Schwartz. 3 to 5 months bread. 140, weigh them to you now one. 140 now one. 140, keep it one. Every one to one on the money now one. 141, 2, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 149. $148.9, 999, $8.9, $148.9, 999, 148, Brent H. Is that right? Brent H. Seven and a half, 150 now one. Weigh them to you, 150 now one. $158 one. Everybody $1 on the money now one. 151, 151. Everybody $1, $1, 151, 150. Loans, Reese 22. Reese 22. Or 12, what? Was it 12? 22? No, 22. 21, okay. 2-1. Sell open. 155, 157, 155, money 7, $7.55 now 7, 159, 161, 3, 5, 7, 9, 71, 73, 175, 77, 9, 81, 83, 85, 87, 89, 189, 89, 89, 187, Fox 7, 7 and a half, 138.9. She's got a 5 on her weigher, 138.9. $138.9, 99 money, 9, $38.9, 38, 40, 1, 2. She what? Little straight legged now. 135, 36, money 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 143 Lone Star. Sell 2 big cows. 7 and a half, 144 now 5. 144 now 5. 144 mighty 5. 144 now 5. So Lee Scoot 6, 7, 8, 9, 51, 151 2, 151 2, 2, 2, but a $2 day. 151 now 2, now 2, now 2. 151 Reese 21. Hip off, broke mouth by the scales. 105, 106. 105, $6. $6 bet $1.05, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 12, 12, 113, 14, 15, 15, 16, 117, 18, 18, 18, 18, 118, 117, Javier, 27. Javier's on the scale. 27, Javier, 27. Sell the big one. Sell the big one. 150 now one. 150 now one. On the money now one. Sell the big one. 151. 51. 51. 51. 51. 51. 150. Marty number 44. Sell a little one here. 7.5. 7.5. $2.70 now 2.5. 75. 7.5. 82 and 5. 7.5. 92 and 95. Now 7.5. $3. 2.5. 5. 3. 7.5. 10. 12 and a half. 15 divided by 15. 3.15. 3.15. 3.15. 3.12 and a half. Nolan 26. Seven here, 140 now one. 140, keep it to $1 Sell the red cow, 140 now one. On the money now one. 141, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 45. 145, 45, 45. 144, Reese 21. Open 140 now one. $1, even $1, money one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 48, 47, 48, 48, $8. 147, Lone Star. She is open. 7 here, 135, $36, 135, 136, 7, 7, 8, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 145, 144, Marty 25. Watch her now. Got a 7 on her. 120, now one, everybody $1. 120, now one, everybody $1. 120. Now one, money, one, everybody 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 26, 27, 8, 29, $9, 31, 31, 32, 3, 33, 133, 333, 3, 132, Reese 21. Seven here, 250, now 2.5, now 5, now 7.5, now 16, now 25, 7, 72, and 5, 7.5, 80, 2.5, 85, 87, 90, 2.5, 95, 295, 295, 95, 95, 95, 292 and a half, Nolan 29. One over there, 7 and 170 now two. $170, $2 two. $2, 170 now two. 172, $170 one. Every one, 170, Marty number 44. Over there, $2, 30, 2.5, 230, 2.5, 5, 35, 7.5, now 40, now 2.5, 7.5. 250, 250, 2.5, 255, 257.5, 260, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 70, 270, 267.5, Shoat 77, 220, now 2.5, 220, 2.5, 220, now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 220, 2.5, 220, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, $2, now 2.5, $2, now 2.5, $2, now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. 2.5, 2.5. 180, now 2. 182, 180 on the money, 2.4. 184, 86. 184, $86, $6, 186, 7, 87, 87. 186. Troy, Marty 44, Marty 44. Over there, 7.5, $3, now 2.5, 302.5, $3, money, 2.5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 50, 79, 20, 2.5, 7.5, 327.5, 327.5, 325, Nolan 56. Little black. 7 here, 3, 10, 12 and a half. 3, 10, 12 and a half, 3, 10, 3, 12 and a half. Money, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 3, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half. 3, 10, Tom, 3. 7 here, $2.50 now, 2 and a half. 250, 2 and a half, 250 now, 2 and a half. On the money 5, 7 and a half, $60. 2 and a half, 5 to 7 and a half, 70. 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 80. 2 and a half, 5, 85, 85. 2 to 5, 280, 2 and a half, fry 6. Came in this morning, she got a good bull calf. 2,900 now, 3,000. 29, 3,000 now, 31, 32, 32, 33, 32, 33, 32, 33, 33, 13 now, 3, 33, 33, 33, 33, 3,200 Schwartz. Okay, test it open at the ranch. 225, 7 and a half. On the money, 7 and a half. 227 and a half, 30. 2 and a half, now 5, now 7 and a half, 40. 2 and a half, 42 and a half. 245, 47 and a half. 247 and a half, 50. 252 and a half, 55, 7 and a half. 260, 60. 260, 260, 260. 250, 7 and a half, show date. It's supposed to be. Okay, I guess that's it. That's all. Thank everybody. Appreciate the messages. Thanks for being here. Be back next Thursday morning, 9 a.m. I've had it for 10 days. Can't get rid of it.
I finally got rid of my sneezing. Jody, I ain't bringing it again. Uh-uh. This is what was on the card.
Okay, sell the red cow. Okay, sell the little black. Sell the black cow going on. 95, $96. 95, $96. Money 6, 7, 8, 99. $99. Dollar one, $1, $2, $1, $2, $2, $2, $1, $2, $2, $2, $2, $2, $2, $2. 101, Tom 1. Hey, you're good. He balanced. Okay, little red cow. Pretty nice little cow. $18 and a half by the head, 1900. Now half, now 2000, now 50, now 2050. 2050, 2050, 2050, 2050, now 50, now 50, now 50, now 50. $2,000, Tom won. By the head. Sell this little heifer by the head. We say $375, now $400. $375 on the money, $400. $400, $375, 85, $375, 85, 400, 410, 425, 410, 25, 35, 50, 450, 450, 450, 50, 50, 50, 50, 450, 60, 460, 460, 450 by the head. Tom, number 3. Thank everybody. All right, that's it. That's all.